Your witch's ass is gonna have to get wet. Jump! Water's cold as hell. Come on, Witcher.
Come on already.
Trouble.
Your witch's ass is gonna have to get wet. Jump!
Any news from your secret informer?
The port's blocked. Some merchants have been held up for months.
What about roads through the forest?
Yorveth rules the forest.
Trouble.
Can we go? Come on.
You coming? Let's move!
Can we go?
Where are we?
In a forest?
Very funny. But who does it belong to?
Yorveth, maybe? I know more about the Pontar Valley than you think. For instance, I know that Foltest stole this land from Denevend a few years back. I believe you had a hand in that.
Hear that?
I smell an elf. That's
Vernon Roach, Special Forces Commander for the last 4 years, servant of the Temerian King, responsible for the pacification of the Mahakaman foothills, hunter of elves, murderer of women and children, twice decorated for valor on the field of battle.
Yorveth, a regular son of a whore.
I've long awaited our meeting, laid plans, set traps, and now you appear in my forest of your own volition.
You aided the man who slew my king.
King or beggar, what's the difference? One Dwan less.
Since when did the Scoia'tael hire professional killers to do their dirty work? The Dwan, even. You've fallen low.
A hired killer, true. But in all certainty, he is no Dwan.
Don't make a big deal of the race thing.
Yet race is the very reason we fight. We have pointed ears, yours are rounded. We are few, yet long-lived. Your kind multiplies like vermin, though thankfully expires quickly. Humans and elves alike, trying to prove one shape is better than the other. 400 years of killing over the mold of the Oracle.
The Kingslayer's among you. We've come for him.
Then our interests collide. The Kingslayer is under my protection, and I'll not hand over a guest.
You're just another old elf in a young elf's skin, using clever words to mask an obvious truth.
Obvious, you say?
This is not about race or freedom, or even vengeance. You're here because someone powerful told you to be. Someone who's using you. They may wear a crown, carry a magic wand, or even lead a guild. But be sure of this. It's not about your freedom, your rights, or your ears. Nilfgaard plowed you once. Now someone new does. Am I wrong?
Those times are gone. No one will ever use the square tile again.
Who are you addressing? Me? Yourself? Or the archers in those shrubs?
Enough of this piss!
Stop!
Spars prep one wart!
That ought to discourage them. Triss, are you all right?
Lovely.
You should have charmed the archers. They're coming. Geralt, the spell's still working. Stay close.
What's happening?
Triss is spent, so no more butterflies. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Back to the boat?
There's even more of them that way. We must fight our way toward Flutter.
My ass.
Who did you think it was?
I'm not a sack of flour or one of your commandos. I'm a woman.
I noticed. At least I'll die holding a lovely ass.
I'll hold the spell.
Come on, let's go.
Stop shaking.
Are you alright?
Yes, fine.
Sons of bitches.
What's happening? All I see are your boots.
Where the hell is that trading post? I'm starting to think we'll make it. Wait, the barrier's waning. Triss,
Be quick!
give me a bit more magic. Just a little. Geralt, kill them now!
Scoil solid sacking! Alarm! Squirrels! There's a mage among them! Ready yourselves!
You know each other?
Rather well. But he has amnesia. I actually took the Witcher by surprise when I killed Foltest. Fear not, Elf. I know Geralt. I know his weakness.
Too many spells at once. You can die from that.
See that?
Yeah, the Kingslayer and Yorvith.
You all in one piece? Who are you?
I'm a witcher.
Emir var Emrys, spice merchant.
A trader?
In spices.
Uh-huh. And the woman?
My good man, we barely escaped death. Be so kind as to tell us where we might get some rest. We'll explain everything later.
Very well. Head for the market square. You might be in time for the execution. Some ne'er-do-wells are going to hang. A dwarf and some bard. There's also an inn and a brothel.
Oh yeah, the brothel sounds especially interesting. Take care now.
Spice merchant. Not like
Did you see that? Squirrels at our very walls.
Yorveth led them. I saw him with my own eyes.
Who are these blokes?
They're the ones the elves would chase.
I think the stew's ready.
Quiet woman. Artisan work.
You might want to stir it.
I don't stir. I work for the bunch of non-humans and a spy. A real goody gut.
Zoltan. Dandelion.
My informer.
Just great.
What's the plan?
We improvise.
No killing.
We'll take care of this, Triss.
Geralt! Geralt! Over here! Help! Step back, White One.
What are they going to hang for? They don't look dangerous.
The charge is collusion with the TW2.
Dandelion, an elven spy?
The bard's hanging for debauchery.
What?
The sentence was he's to hang for debauchery.
And a sentence is nothing to scoff at!
Are you serious? Listen here, people. Is profligacy now a punishable offense in the free kingdom of Temeria? Or are we in Nilfgaard?
Piss off, freak! Or you'll have me to deal with. Think of the common folk, you're spoiling their fun.
Well, a freak he may be, but he speaks true. Debauchery's one of my favourite pastimes, but I don't want a noose placed round my neck for pursuing it.
The soldier boys paid us a visit or two, though we didn't have much fun.
Away with you, Margot! Go back to your brothel.
Time to go? Fine. But hear this, people. He sure liked to parade about, but his Willie wouldn't come to attention. Ha!
Stop the execution.
Shut your trap. The singer's to hang and he will hang. This is a decent town. Whores and witches notwithstanding.
Watch your words, guardsman! I don't know witches, but Margot's a decent woman!
Shut it, all of you! Or I'll not vouch for what I'll do.
Thinks he's tough, showing off his balls. Don't fret, people. I've seen the rot on them.
I'm warning you for the last time, Margot!
You wouldn't hit a lady.
You're no lady!
Look here, Laredo's lackeys!
Assaulted an officer!
They'll hang anyway!
Come on, no! Got room for one more deviant! You freak! Want to squirm with us?
They'll hang anyway! What the hell is going on here? I said, what the arse fuck is going on?
I'd like to report.
Out of my sight, Clover. A few ploughing bandits and you can't even hang them. And you, stay calm, hands off your sword. Our scaffold embraces speeches and hangings. Which will it be?
You have no right to hang them.
Interesting. Because I'm the law in Flotsam.
I take issue with that. Vernon Roach, officer of the king.
Well, well. Blue stripes. The non-human hunters.
Precisely. Anyone suspected of collaborating with the Scoia'tael falls under my jurisdiction.
And Dandelion? What's he accused of?
He burned down a watchtower. What's your jurisdiction say to that? I thought so.
Is that true?
It might have looked that way, but I swear it wasn't my fault.
I'd rather give you a thief. Relax. I'm joking. I hate thieves. We can put on another show. Bloody and serious this time, mind you. Or we can come to an understanding.
Meaning?
Give me a minute, Witcher. Listen here. You may have heard rumours of the tragic events that transpired during the siege of La Valette Castle. Sadly, they are true. King Foltest is dead. It's likely that Scoia'tael had a hand in this heinous murder. So you see, none of you can feel safe. That is why today, wagons with armaments will roll out into Flotsam streets. I hereby declare a state of emergency. Await orders. Prepare to fight. And ready yourselves to avenge your fallen king. Now disperse. Go to your homes.
Nice speech. You might as well have said outright that non-humans slew Foltest.
My subjects know exactly who the enemy is. Out in that forest, grow careless for a moment, and you're a dead man.
Whereas the non-humans here in town are all friendly.
Friendlier than the merciless bastards out there. We let the Scoia'tael inside, and they'll skin us alive, just before they slit our throats. Here, even the slightest sense of safety is an illusion. We'll not succumb to it for a moment.
What about them?
They'll not hang for now. Let's say I'm reconsidering their cases. The scaffold's no place for civil conversation. We'll talk at my home. Your friends are free for the time being, but they're not to leave town. Come after dusk. I'll be busy till then. There's one more thing. Welcome to Flotsam, Witcher.
They were really going to hang us. I don't know. I didn't mean to torch that watchtower.
Everything's all right, Dandelion. Let's get out of here.
Oh, we owe you, Geralt. Thank you. Time to hit the tavern. Come on, Dandelion, you need a stiff drink. And while we're at it, I'll tell you an edifying tale of local hypocrisy that conceals lechery neath a veneer of courtesy. Except nothing can hide the stench.
A notice board. Might find something interesting here.
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that.
Damn, that was close. Innkeep! Vodka!
Tris Marigold. Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you and your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor. Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kembolt and Count Maraville, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near La Valette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette Labs, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart, as sorceress, holds significant stake.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbolt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
I think I've heard enough about politics. No wedding, Zoltan?
The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be Popper-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakows, and as a gift for Eudora, a jadestone as big as my fist.
We were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Geralt, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Breckenrick says, then proceeded to slurp 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. He'll play the spy a bit, get bored, and drop it. You know how he is.
The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the Lavalettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute. What were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yorv with Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Axel, say this.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monster's vanished without a trace.
You best take her seriously, lest you vanish without a trace.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Ah, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Karen, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Skoyatel. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit, and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
I always said, go ask the mason to take you as his apprentice. You'll learn a trade, gain respect.
I've always preferred the wandering life. Meet new people.
Going
Say
somewhere,
something.
friend. Or did you just fart?
Witcher Geralt, known also as the White Wolf.
Am I that hard to distinguish?
Taller warned me you'd be...
Taller sent you?
Indeed. I'm on business.
What's the message?
I quote him faithfully. Listen to Roach in every ploughing thing, because though he's a prick, he's also a patriot. Vultures already circle. P.S. You really fucked up at the castle.
Give me the package.
Take it. It's a weight off my mind. Ah, I wouldn't make much of an agent. All that secrecy.
What's the message?
I quote him faithfully. Listen to P.S. You...
Godspeed.
Oh, I will.
Where?
Pinch my ass and don't even leave a tip.
The moral downfall embodied.
Oh, no. I'm not talking to a freak.
Wait a minute.
Be off, or I'll call the guards.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the...
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said this...
She's asked me to work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorcerer...
Well, we're managing it together now, so as I see it, you should double the reward.
You jest.
You'll double what you offered Lady de Tanzerville, because that's what the contract's worth.
So be it. I assume you to be professionals and worth every last copper paid to you.
It's a deal. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it! I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village. Now leave me be.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
I know you too well.
Sheila's one of the most powerful sorceresses.
That's no reason to fear her.
She can't be trusted, in my experience. I know her to be devious and manipulative.
Any proof?
She's well aware you lost your memory, yet pretended she didn't know.
And why would she do that?
I don't know. Her true intentions have always been hard to fathom.
I'll see if I can't learn what they are.
How?
I'll go hunting with her, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
I'm a witcher!
My place is still. Hey, boss, look who's. That.
Nice.
Here comes the Witcher. You don't agree?
So how's it going, dear? Everything all right at the house?
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Morrill would delight in a day.
I try. I
don't let.
Thank you.
Bath.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times, I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
I need to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying.
So how's it going, dear? Everything all right at the household?
Here comes the Witcher. Think he'll agree?
No,
I'm a witcher! Ha-ya!
Well, well, I had an inkling and it didn't disappoint me. It was a long voyage to this cesspit, but it's about to make sense. Vault
Can't. I no reason to wait.
Listen, Jess.
All right.
Drop your sword.
Shut up.
He's from a bundle! Don't fuck this up! No need to fear those witches! I've got a turtle stone!
So how's it going? Everything all right at the house?
Youngsters.
Hit the breeze!
I think the stew's ready.
Quiet, won't you? Artist at work.
Oh no.
You might want to stir it.
It's true. I work.
What do you? Ah,
Can't help. She's at.
and who's to pay?
That's.
The sword.
Well, we're met. You'll die.
So be it.
Now tell. Who could tell?
Where can? In the. No.
New shoes. What happened?
Oh, welcome.
Where might you? Don't get him.
Hmm.
You.
I know. That any.
I don't.
I'll.
How?
I'll go.
Well.
So how's it going?
God's bless you.
Everything all right at the house?
Are you Cedric? Who? What are the... I need to make a...
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't...
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an... if you...
No harm. What?
Punk...
I aim...
That...
I need information.
You...
Where's this wreck? Thanks.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Sheesh, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports?
Did you see your vista, eh?
Be vigilant. That's the spirit! Be vigilant.
heathens troubling me?
Let's see. What does a bloody witcher?
You look strong.
Go on, a wee bit more. Change your grip. Humans know as much about arm wrestling as I know about screwing trolls.
Too strong for me.
Look, people! Wonders and miracles!
You'll not have...
Strong man.
Pubes white too.
You're a strong lad. By Veo Patis's balls, you're strong. You're winnings. There's someone else. No one's beaten him yet.
Who?
Bartholomew Bargy. You'll find him.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Yes. Pretend you don't want to dance. Right?
What's going on here?
Get
What?
I can drop complete. So. Oh yeah. So.
I'm ready.
Wait till he drops his fucking guard!
Punches lights out!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Wouldn't want to get on your up for
Who's up next?
Cobra.
Strict.
There's show it. So
I'm ready.
gentlemen, punches lights out!
In the kidneys! Left hook!
Hey, champ. I can tell you're a serious contender. Far too good for this drunken riffraff. Believe you me, I know what I'm talking about.
So? I don't know you.
They call me King Ziggy because I pay like a king. If you want a taste of fame and riches, look for me by the inn.
That was fucking poetry. Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
I knew you'd end up fighting each other.
Who's that?
Tidy Tib. The bastard eats honey straight from the hive, drinks for 4, and some say he can hang a bucket full of water from it. You better get a solid coin pouch. So, what'll it...
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, punches lights out!
Kick the ploughing bastard!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Congratulations! You dropped some of the toughest. Well done. Tournament's over.
Wait till he drops his fucking guard!
Haven't you had enough, brother? These fights aren't part of the tournament. We need to set the stakes. So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance.
Punches lights out!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Punches lights out!
That was fucking. Haven't you had enough, brother? These fights aren't part of the. So what'll it?
I'm ready.
Wait till he drops his fucking guard!
In the kidneys!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
In the kidneys!
Kick the plowing bastard!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side.
Wait till he drops his fucking guard!